All right. So when you're ready to put some chords together, you might need to do some chord formula study. Chords are derived from scales. Major scale would be where I would start. Let's start with like C major. The scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, like this. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, and make sure that you understand that we're gonna assign a number to each note of the scale. So this is the 1, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is the 4, G is 5, A is 6, B is 7, 8 is another C. That's a root. So the root is the C, or the 1. You can also call that the tonic or the tonal center. Okay, so a C major chord is made of the 1, 3, and the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 5. C, E, G. So a C major chord is made of C, E, and G notes, which is the root, third, and the fifth of the C major scale. And then I've got another root on top because we can. So that's root, third, fifth, root. First string is a third because that's an E. E is the third interval in a C major scale. G is the fifth interval. And C is the root, or the 1. Let's say we're going to do a C suspended 4 chord. What we're going to do is add the fourth to the C major chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it is. That's a C suspended fourth, and I'll resolve it back to a C major. So I'm just adding my pinky to the 4th string, 3rd fret, to add the F. Let's say I want to do a C suspended second, or C add 2. I'm going to add the second note of the scale. 1, 2, hey, that's right there, a D. So all I have to do is add a D to my chord. That's a C suspended second, or C add 2. They have kind of different names. I just call it a C2. So if we add a D to a C major chord, it's now let's just call it C2. I'm also going to do it this way. There's a D up here on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. I'll add it with my pinky. So that's a C major to a C2, back to C major. Okay, let's make a C major 7th. I'm going to add the 7th note of a C major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's your 2nd string open. It's a B. So here's a C major. Add that open B. And I've got C major 7. think of those intervals as adding a little color to that C major chord. C major is kind of a nice, average, safe chord. And when you mess it up a little bit, it's a little more interesting. That's pretty cool. So we've done suspended 4, we've done add 2s, we've done major 7th. Let's do a dominant 7. That's like this. I'm going to add a B flat on the 3rd string, 3rd fret with my pinky. So when we say C7, what we really mean, it's a C chord with a flatted 7. That means you find the 7th note in the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th. And you flat it. I'm not making this up. This is the way it is. Which sounds radically different than a C major 7th. A C major 7 is kind of like a teddy bear chord. Like a lullaby, a nursery rhyme, a ballad. It's very soft, very round, fluffy, and fuzzy. Kind of a comfortable sound. Kind of a lazy, sleepy, dreamy quality. Major 7. But when we flat that B to a B flat, it sounds like this. A lot more stimulating, a lot more electrifying, a lot more dangerous sounding. A lot more of a sharp sound, not so soft and round. It's a harder sound. And that's a dominant 7th. And again, you flat the 7th note of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. B, flat it. You got your C7. All right, I got a lot more to tell you about this, but let's not throw too much on you right now. Remember, you got to know your major scale before you can start sharpening and flatting and finding those intervals and talking about them. You know, it's like if you read a book about trumpets and you said, oh, I'm ready to play, but you've never touched a trumpet before, what's going to happen when you pick up that trumpet? It's not going to work. You got to get your hands on there, you got to get your ears in there, and you got to do the repetition. It's kind of a grind sometimes. It kind of separates those that really want it from those who want to buy guitars and hang them on their walls. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, if you hang out with me, I'm gonna challenge you to dig in and understand this stuff, hear it, play it, touch it, live it. You know. All right. So there you go. Get your major scale down. Start paying attention to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then see how those apply to chords, and then you know, we can get into 11s and 13s and 9ths, which are above. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Only you don't talk about 12s and 10s. Those don't exist because those are 3rds and 5ths. But we do talk about 9s, 11s, and 13s. That's just going above the scale into the next octave. Not a big deal. But the formulas get a little more complex because usually you're adding a dominant 7th to the mix. Okay, so anyway, we can talk about it, but until you do get your fingers in there, it's not going to make any sense. So get hammering on the C major scale, and we'll keep talking about it.